Hey guys, Pixar Prime 10 here, another video review, and today I'm doing something both a little inside and outside the norm. Inside being, it's Transformers. Outside being, it's a Constructbot. Never reviewed these. This is my first one, Wheeljack. Gotta say it with the Wheeljack. Now, I wasn't initially gonna pick any of these up, but after watching reviews, mainly by Mitch Santona, awesome guy, most of you probably know him, I wasn't gonna get it, but I'm a guy who really kind of loves customizing stuff. And these things, you can really customize them to the max with your own creativity. The only limit is, like, your imagination. So I really thought I enjoyed these. They look really wickedly awesome. And I got Wheeljack because, well, out of all the ones I saw in the store, well, one, he was the cheapest, and he was the most intriguing. I got it at Kmart, and I was just walking through there doing some clothes shopping. I stopped in Transformers, and I'm like, alright, you know what? I'm gonna pick one of these bad boys up, and I knocked it over. And it's all because of Mitch Santona, so that guy can have a lot of influence on you. But anyway, here you can see it's Wheeljack. You can see his head, Autobot logo, and some parts in there. It says on the back that this is a storage tray, which is very nice. You can hear the pieces in there. You got 55 pieces. This is easy. You have his skeletal thing with all of his pieces laid out here. He is Elite Class. He is E101. You can see it comes with a storage tray. Battle Online, which usually I'd give you guys points for things that come with points, but I'm going to use them because I actually play the app. It's very fun. You can convert, customize, and construct his robot mode, his vehicle mode, all the parts he comes with. And I'm going to rip off this little paper wrapping here, but I am going to show you the plastic tray. Right, so literally all you got to do is kind of just cut open that plastic thing or the cardboard, and then you got it. But as you can see, we have a very nice plastic tray, which I have not even opened yet. You can see some of the parts through there. Very hard to see because of the light, and it's just pretty much red. Very nicely embossed Autobot logo. I love that. And I guess I'll just open it up. I think it's just a pop open. Yep, it's a pop open lid. So we got 1, 2 bags of stuff. I'm going to take this code card because, well, I want it. Which this is for... yeah. Alright, I want that because my bot is out of points there. We have a very nicely colored instruction manual. And we have some of his parts being, looks like some sort of wheelie doodad, some joints, a thingy, the Autobot logo, and of course, that classic Wheeljack head. So, let me get all this stuff out of here. Ooh, and his head is rubber. And, very nicely, very nice case. I really do love this. But, let me get this all out of here, and I guess I'll start showing you guys stuff. So here I've got a pile of Wheeljack parts just sitting all over with his little head on top. And it's really hard to see because it's all black. But here's the instruction booklet. I'm gonna start building, and honestly, I am awful at creating montages. And quite frankly, I find it frustrating because I'm not very good at recording clips and doing stuff at the same time. So I'm gonna leave that stuff to Mitch Santona. And I'm gonna get building. But anyway, what I would like you to know is these all have the same skeleton. It's just these parts that you attach to the skeleton to make it different, and they all have the same exact transformation no matter what kind of vehicle mode they have, which is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the skeleton built and then show you kind of how some parts attach to it. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so I've taken all the Wheeljack's pieces, taken them all, put them all in the right place, and I essentially pretty much have him built here in his robot mode. Now, I know I usually start out with figures in their vehicle mode, but since you build Wheeljack into his robot mode in the directions, I figure why not start it with the robot mode. Now, first of all, let's cover the articulation this dude has, because he has a lot. First of all, he has this joint here on his neck that will go forward and back, and then he also has a ball joint in his neck, so that will move, but it's a little weird looking, looks side to side. He has ball joints at his shoulders. His elbows will pivot on a ratchet joint. His wrist will go back and forth on a ratchet joint, and they also have a ball joint. The waist does not swivel, but the hips have ball joints. The knees have a ratchet joint, and then the feet down here have a ratchet joint, and then you can see down there a ball joint. Now, I don't really know what Wheeljack they're basing this off of, but all I know is it is so wickedly awesome looking. This Autobot logo just pegs in. You peg it in yourself. You can really put it anywhere. If you wanted to put it on his arm, you could. Now, as you can see, he's got his classic shoulder cannon, which he does come with 2. I guess kind of to just even it out. I mean, I only put 1 on him because it's more cartoon accurate, and then you can have one down like that. I leave that one up, and then this one tucked away back here. Usually either like that, or I leave it like this, because this back piece doesn't really stay down. And then I kind of just leave it as so. You can see he has a very classic Wheeljack head with, you can't really see it, but he has green eyes with the classic mouth and the little earpieces. Very Wheeljack-esque. You can see that he has these tires and these little wingy-looking things on his arms and his legs. Now, these are pieces that if you don't want on him, you can just slide off and have a much cleaner-looking toy. But because I don't like parts forming, I choose to just leave them off, because you do need those for the vehicle mode, well, obviously. So I just leave those on, and this tire actually just came out. But this, you can see he has one gun that he comes with that he can hold. Has ports in it, a little clip for storage, blaster, and a little missile. You could peg it on the side of his hand right there where that peg hole is. You could peg it on his forearm right here. You could store it on his leg, I guess. If you really wanted to, you could store it back here, but that's kind of ugly. Clip it on here. Clip it. There's a whole bunch of different clips everywhere. And I don't really have a storage for his robot mode, but for his vehicle mode, I do. Now, speaking of his vehicle mode, all of these Construct Bots, and this is the only one I've opened so far, but I do know this, that all the Construct Bots have the same exact transformation. It's just the stuff that goes onto them that makes them different. So, and I actually just put his wheel back in the wrong port. Oh, geez, so we're going to pull that out, put that up in there. So, what we're going to do is, now, we're going to transform Wheeljack. So, what you want to do first is make sure you have both of the shoulder cannons rotated around to the back. And one more thing that I actually completely forgot to mention is these shoulder cannons, what I like to do is you can pull this extra one off, which is very difficult to do, but once you get it, you can actually use this as a handgun for Wheeljack, so he doesn't have, like, just one gun if you want to have him double-wheeled, and that way you don't just have, like, dead weight sitting on the back of his shoulder. And then just actually make sure those cannons are sticking out, and then remove the Autobot logo if you're like me and you want it to look good. So, and then after that, you want to kind of take his chest, and it kind of pegs in on 2 joints. Peg it in. Lots of things on this are stiff and very difficult to do, but you'll get the hang of it. Take his head, rotate it back, or no, not back down, just down inside of him. Rotate this up, peg it in, and then you want to take this back section here, and then you want to bring this up and have that go into there. Then take these cannons and rotate up like so. Take this waist section, and then you want to unpeg that, and then swivel it around on that ball joint. And then you want to take these arms, kind of just get them out of the way, like that. And then you kind of want to take this part, kind of tricks me sometimes. I kind of get this wrong a lot. You see, yeah. You just gotta peg that. Lots of these ball joints will unpeg. So what you want to do is you want to take this and then bring that down. And then this is going to be kind of difficult. But you see how there's this, like, this joint, this black piece right here, and it's like right here and right here is a hole. And you can see these pegs right here. And then you want to get those pegged in to the side of his legs. Or the side of his legs, like so. So his legs now look like that. And then you want to come to the front here, take these little sections here, and you can't see, and take these sections here, and then kind of puzzle piece them together like so. You can see how it's kind of coming together, kind of not, kind of, yes, it's kind of a whole mess of pieces. And then take this, kind of rotate this like that. Rotate this like that, and then bring this down, and then this piece will peg in right there. Do the same on his other arm and the leg, and I do believe that is his thigh. And I usually take these green pieces and rotate them around like that, okay? And then you want to take these fists, rotate these up, and then take these little wheel bits on the back and kind of just rotate these up like so. Get these guns like this, or at least that's how I position them. Take his Autobot logo. And now, if I had two, I would so peg them onto the bumpers here like headlights, but I unfortunately do not have two. You should really make them come with a spare. And kind of just peg it onto the front. Now, this isn't where it was before. This right here is the piece that was on his back. This is where it was pegged onto before. And then these wheels back here in the back can kind of get crooked and unstraight and stuff. So you just kind of want to straighten those out. Make sure he's rolling all nice and good. Now, this is pretty much Wheeljack in his very cool-looking Cybertronian vehicle mode. Now, as you can see back here, right there, well, this kind of looks like Rodimus Prime right here, but right there is a peg, or a clip, and right here is a clip on his gun. So what I do to store it in vehicle mode, now you can, like, peg it in up here, you could peg it in on the spoiler, but I think he has enough guns in his vehicle mode. So what I do is I clip it in back there. It kind of takes a little bit of force. Oh, jeez. Takes a little bit of force. Okay. And now after you do that, in my opinion, it kind of looks like a jet thruster and kind of fills in that hollowness. So then you have Wheeljack in his vehicle mode. Now, this is definitely supposed to be a Cybertronian vehicle mode. Now, and when I think they create vehicle modes like this, they can completely get away with it looking all, I don't want to say horrible, but like pieced together and like weird like this, because they can just say it's a Cybertronian vehicle mode. Now, whenever I saw reviews of this, I'm like, well, that's a completely terrible vehicle mode. But honestly, now, having it in hand, I honestly love this vehicle mode. I think it looks fantastic. And you can customize it when you get other parts from other characters. You can take certain things off. You can put his gun in different places. I personally like playing around with these guns. Maybe, like, this is, like, his regular mode, where he just shoots stuff. And then maybe this is, like, the up-close, like, fighting mode, and then maybe this, like if I were to angle these back, is like ultra hypersonic speed mode. A lot of customization that you can do, which just makes it so much fun. I love how the Autobot logo removes. I love how everything removes, and you are essentially building this. I like how this is pretty much those Creo figures, which I don't bother buying. I only like the little crayons. I love how this is those Creo figures, pretty much, but you don't have to take them apart to change their modes. That is what I love. I think that is perfect. I think it's better than Creo, and honestly, just having one open right now, and I have Soundwave over here to my right, and I absolutely cannot wait to get him open, and I just want all of the other ones. So, this is Wheeljack's vehicle mode, rolls very nicely. One thing I have to complain about is, when building him, and even in pictures, like this bit, his little shoulder bits on his thighs, and the bits on his arms, his forearms, were all gray. They're all black here, which really makes me angry, because either make them black in the instruction booklet, or make them gray here, because the gray looks fantastic in the pictures. But, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, just as an example, here's the back of the instruction booklet. You can see the pieces on the back of his arms are gray, the pieces on his forearms and his legs are gray, but they're really black. So, we're going to go ahead and transform him back to his robot mode. We're going to take these guns, angle these up. I'm going to take his gun and remove this. Jeez, that's hard. And, take his feet, rotate these around like so. You know, Wheeljack, cool character, very awesome. Always been scientific-y. You want to take his arms and kind of rotate these out to the side and then unpeg them from here like so, and then kind of let those, oh jeez. Okay, and then you want to come to the underside, and then his little leg bits that are still pegged into the side, unpeg those, and then kind of swivel this back up here. But first, you have to rotate the little waist, and it'll just end up depegging. So what I do is I rotate it around, I just peg it in the position it should have been when you're supposed to rotate it around. And I realize you guys probably can't see anything. You kind of want to straighten out these legs and his feet. Okay, everything looks all nice and even in his feet area. Angle this up. And I think you can see. Gonna remove the Autobot logo. Oh, gonna put it right on his chest. Which they don't actually tell you to do that in the robot mode, or in the instruction booklet. They don't tell you to take it off for the vehicle mode and put it back in a different spot. Which is weird, because they should. And that came off. Jeez, come on. Oh, God. Still have no idea why you guys watch me. But anyway, take this back section here, rotate this down and around, take his shoulder cannon, rotate that one down, rotate this one in the back, and then take this, rotate this around and around, rotate his fists down, rotate these back here, fists down, and essentially here you have a headless Wheeljack. And we can fix that. To fix that, all you gotta do is unpeg this, which is a pain in the skid plate. And then take this, peg that back in. And here you have Wheeljack in his robot mode. Very, very cool. The robot mode is overall a win in my opinion. Same thing with the vehicle mode. This thing, honestly, is just amazing. If you want to get one, get this one. There's cheaper ones though. There's like this is Elite Class. There's like ones that like Ironhide who don't come with a storage tray. But honestly, I don't really need the storage tray if he's gonna be built all the time. But I think it's still cool how he comes with it. But anyway, alright guys, so put Wheeljack back there. Thanks for watching the video review of the Transformers Constructbots Elite Class Wheeljack E101. And have a great day.